Speaking of rhetoric, I want to touch on this thing because I know that you care deeply about this. Because some of this booze you can get in Alberta, but you can't get in Ontario because
Mm.
elbows up, y'all. I like this article because of the CBC complaininess in it, and it's like things that regularly happen to us at Rebel News all the time. For those of you who pay attention to my work, you know I work a lot in access to information. I've had access to information requests outstanding, sometimes 6 years, 8 years. Like I forget that I asked them, and then they write back and they're like, "Hey, do you still want this?" Well, yeah, now I do for sure because I forgot I asked for it. So this is the Ontario government withholding key details about its large stockpile of American alcohol products valued at nearly $80 million that were pulled from store shelves as an act of retaliation in the ongoing Canada-US trade dispute. So they pull it off like what you're only hurting the consumer. Like if you sold it down and then never reordered, at least that would make sense to
Yep.
me. But like I still don't like it, but it at least would make sense to me. But this only just prohibits the Ontario consumer from buying things that you've already purchased. So in August, the CBC filed a Freedom of Information request to the Liquor Control Board of Ontario seeking fate, size, and disposal plans. Just sell it. For the US alcohol products removed in March, the LCBO took 64 days to respond. I wish. 34 days longer than the 30-day limit allowed by law. When the documents were finally released, they spanned 50 pages but were heavily redacted. Much of the information about how much inventory is at risk of expiring, how much has already been destroyed, total cost to taxpayers remains hidden under cabinet confidence.
You know, to think that Doug Ford actually had the audacity to run on his brother's famous slogan, which was brilliant, respect for taxpayers. Like you said, Sheila, even if you agreed with no longer doing business, then you sell off the existing inventory. You put up a sign, when this bourbon is gone, when this California is gone, it's gone, unless there's a trade deal. And what is really egregious is that when it comes to the what I call the liquor corruption bureaucracy of Ontario, it's a crown corporation. I, as an Ontarian, I am a stakeholder. I have
Right.
skin in the game. It is there because of taxpayer dollars. By the way, it has no real reason to exist. Government has a role in liquor, and it's to regulate it and tax it. It's not to warehouse it and retail it. And that figure I saw, $79.1 million, granted, that's the cost, not the retail value. I
Right.
think that is outrageously low. I heard it was closer to a retail cost of $1 billion, which I believe, Sheila. When you have hundreds of stores taking away thousands and thousands of bottles of California wine, Kentucky bourbon, cases of American beer. Yeah, it doesn't take that long to get to a billion. So I don't even think they're being genuine with what they're releasing.
No, of course they're not. We're just supposed to take their word for it, and the rest is filed under cabinet confidence. This is not a cabinet secret. This is something that was purchased with taxpayer money, meant for public purchase, and now you're letting it expire. They're not even telling the public how much of it they've already thrown out. They are I guess if this were an estate, they are the executors of the estate. They are financially responsible for this thing that they've bought with taxpayer money. You should be able to know what they've done with it, but you don't even know if it hit the garbage can.
And Sheila, this is par for the course with the LCBO, underreporting. I think the last year we had figures for the amount of annual theft. The LCBO, you know, under duress, finally fessed up. Oh, it was 6 million. And what do the unions say? No, closer to 77 million. That is one hell of a dichotomy, Sheila.
Yeah. I mean, whatever makes the government look good, I guess.